So your institution is 50 years old. So it's a memorable occasion. The members and also the chairman and everyone who had contributed significantly during last 5 decades for the upliftment of the institution, and also those who have provided much needed knowledge to all the stakeholders in your field. So you are very lucky that you have been graduated today, and I was made to understand almost all of you are already employed in different organizations throughout the country. So as a Minister of Industries, when your representatives lobbied about the Sri Lanka National Day of Supply Chain, we moved the cabinet paper. So the cabinet, our ministers readily approved the decision to declare 24th October as the National Supply Day. So that is with your inputs. I'm more than happy that I was part of it, and hereinafter on 24th October, the day that your institution was founded in Sri Lanka, would be a national day to remember. I've been attending to few convocations of this nature during last couple of months' time, which couldn't be held because of the corona pandemic that enveloped the whole world. So during all those the occasions, I was looking at some of the aspects that were covering Sri Lankan economy and educational side of it, because it was a time, this is a time, that politicians are under attack for social and economic calamity that we encounter today. What happened during last 75 years? If I recall correctly, last 75 years was something very important for this country. But there was something more important that happened 3 years before that. That was in 1945. Late Honorable C.W.W. Kannangara moved a very important piece of legislature in Sri Lankan Parliament. That is the Free Education Bill. That bill completely transformed the Sri Lankan social and educational structure. Almost all those who are here today, including me, have been immensely benefited by the Free Education Bill. How it looked like about 75 years ago at the time of gaining independence after 450 years of colonialism. Our country had 6.3 million population. We have 21 million today, 3 times as much as we had in 1948. We had 3,000 schools at that time. We have 10,100 schools today, 7,000 more. Politicians have built them. We had only one university in this country, University of Ceylon. We have 19 state universities today. What is more important is our school enrollment rate was 52%. Out of all the children born in that particular year, only 52 went to schools. 48% of the children stayed at home because there were no facility. Different reasons: economy, transportation, there was no school close to them, so they didn't go to school. There had been a gradual transformation with the help of the Free Education Bill. Our education system greatly developed up to a great level, to the level that you are enjoying different facilities. We are a country which provides primary, secondary, tertiary education free of charge. Not only we provide tertiary education free of charge in this country, but also we provide free hostel facilities to the students. And also at least 60% of them gain some sort of allowance, either Mahapala or subsidy allowance for those who are in need. But very unfortunately, we produce about 200 graduates annually in 1948. We are producing 40,000 graduates in this country annually now. Unfortunate factor here is nearly 30,000 of them are not employable. So the successive governments had to recruit them en masse. In 2020, we recruited nearly 60,000 graduates to the government sector. Whether they are doing something productive is that remains a question mark. But your institution is very much different. All those who are qualified from your institution, annually, you impart knowledge to these graduates, 30 of them who are qualified today. But I understand nearly 752,000 students gain knowledge at different levels, starting from certificate courses, if I'm not mistaken. So all those who are studied here in your institution are readily employable. That is the difference between some of the institutions that provide knowledge, and your institution. So you are very lucky in that sense. Like the free education sector, free health sector has also performed exceptionally well in this country. Wherever we go to attend a World Health Organization conference, they highlight Sri Lanka as one of the countries which provides better quality health care at a reasonable, lower cost. Anybody can go to a hospital even without identity card, starting from paracetamol tablet to highly complex neurosurgeries. They can get them done free of charge in this country. It doesn't happen in many countries in the world. This free education and free health sector has been funded by successive Sri Lankan governments, whatever the difficulties they encounter. Same with the Sri Lankan agricultural sector. But there had been a difference. The difference was, even though we have built schools, we have built universities, we have built tertiary education institutions, we have broad-based the educational sector in this country, but they are not in par with the knowledge or in relation to the employability of the country. That is the gap we need to bridge. I think a lot of people ask why we are a developed country now. That is something very important for us. When we analyze, when we look back, I think there is a simple reason why we talk about fourth industrial revolution, IR 4.0. There is great difference between first three industrial revolutions that happened in the world and the fourth industrial revolution. What is the gap? There was a huge communication gap. Whatever that world had seen during first, second, and third industrial revolutions, it nearly took 50 to 100 years for the Sri Lankans to see the results of them, starting from steam engine, telephone, electricity, nuclear power, which might not see for our lifetime. So there was a communication gap. But that gap is getting bridged now gradually in the fourth industrial revolution because our students, including you all, you're computer savvy. There is high level of penetration of internet in the different parts of the country. Our students do talk about artificial intelligence, robotics, as Dushan mentioned, 3D printing, and all those. A lot of people, a lot of students know about them. So that gap is narrowed now. Anything that is discovered in this morning, Far East corner of New Zealand, Wellington, is known to Sri Lankan students by noon. Whatever that would be discovered this evening in Ontario, Canada, far west corner of the world, would be known to Sri Lankan people by tomorrow morning. That creates a great difference. So with a lot of difficulties, during last 70 years, 30-year-long civil war, and to remind you that we are still a religiously sensitive, racially divided nation, whether we like it or not, with all those difficulties, we have come to a middle-level economy. It wouldn't be a magical thing if I say, it's not a political statement, if I say our country will become a developed country during our lifetime. That will happen due to many reasons, multiple reasons. The most important reason is there is no knowledge gap. You're bridging that gap. Institutions of yours, they are helping to bridge that gap so that world knowledge is here locally available. And we have a huge market opening at our doorsteps with India and China becoming two of the largest economies in the world. So our doors are wide open. I hope and pray with the educated young set of people, which is the best asset this country has, our dream that we see for our country, dream that you see for your country, and dream that our forefathers have seen for our country for many decades, to make a developed country, would become a reality during our lifetime. So as Dushan mentioned, I was listening to him intently. He said, success is a journey, it's not a destination. So all of us have to work continuously to become successful. So thank you very much. All the best to you in your all future endeavors.